Welcome to our stream of Days Gone Remastered. We're going to compare the PS5 version with the original PS4 version. Although I'm playing both on the same console, so it will probably be look a little bit better, the PS4 version on PS5. Same console, so it will and now we have some echo going on. Sorry about that. Look a little bit better, the PS4 version on PS5. Same console, so okay, I think I got that out of the way. So yeah, we're playing on PlayStation 5 Pro, so there will be an enhanced experience for both versions. So let's see. Let's have a look at the remaster first, maybe, and then jump into the original version on PS5 Pro. So I'm playing here with a VRR display in 4K 60 FPS or 60 Hertz, but capturing in the same resolution actually, but yeah, outputting it to 2K 1440p 60 FPS. So if you're watching this on a 4K screen, it will probably look a bit better in nature, especially considering the YouTube compression. But still, yeah, it's not a 4K stream, so it's just 2K, but it's captured in 4K actually. So there we are. You can import your PS4 save game, which I did, which is quite easy to do. But yeah, I guess we're gonna start a new game first. So yeah, there are 3 different options, at least on PS5 Pro. There's hopefully the audio is fine now. I had some crackling issues. Let me know in the chat if we can improve anything. So we got the performance mode, which targets 60 FPS at 1800p. Then we have the quality mode, rendering at 2880p, which is a weird resolution since it's over 4K, which is 2160p. So I'm not sure if that's the right number there, but yeah, it's even rendering over 4K, but targeting 30 FPS, so more of a cinematic experience then, I guess. And then we all have the enhanced mode that is only available on PS5 Pro, which is rendering at 1584p, outputting 4K, but with PSR, so PSSR, the PlayStation upscaler, and targeting as well 60 FPS like the performance mode. So it's a lower resolution than the performance mode, but it's using the PlayStation upscaler, which has had some issues. So I'm not quite sure about this enhanced mode. Maybe it has some graphics settings that the performance mode doesn't have. Maybe more detailed environments. That's what I could imagine. Why else would you go for that mode with a lower resolution and with PSSR? Yeah, but I guess since it's the PS5 Pro exclusive mode, we're gonna try that first. And yeah, like I said, I have a VRR display. In 120 Hertz, you usually see the FPS updating on the LG TV on-screen display. But I'm not sure about this one, since it doesn't have a 120 Hertz mode, which is already a downside to the support, I think, on PS5 Pro. Would have been really nice to have a 120 Hertz mode. There will be a 40 FPS mode later down the line that will be updated. And yeah, that could be PS5 Pro exclusive. They haven't announced that yet. But yeah, you probably can only use that when you have a 120 Hertz display, not a 60 Hertz display. So maybe that's the mode I'm looking for, but it's not released yet, unfortunately. Maybe they should have delayed the release then with such a mode, but then again, who owns a PS5 Pro? It's not that many people, I guess, in comparison to the PS5 owner base. So let's start a new game. Story mode. A lot of difficulties. We're going for normal.
she's burning up. The knife must have nicked her kidney or something. She's turning sour.
How you doing, little sister?
So stupid. It was this little kid. This goddamn little kid.
Big goddamn knife.
Hey, help me.
Shit.
Hey, Mom. You don't want to be when we come through?
We gotta get to the roof, flag down one of those choppers. Wait, we need help. She's been wounded.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she's not. Whatever the hell's going on out there, she's been stabbed.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, okay. Listen, O'Brien. If we don't get her to a hospital, she's going to die.
There are no more hospitals.
Oh, come on. No more hospitals. You got doctors, you got triage, you got a MASH unit.
Oh, look, I'm just a grad student, okay? I got volunteered for this. I'm not even supposed to be out here.
O'Brien.
Okay. Shit. I've only got room for 2 of you, okay? 2.
We got room for 2 of
You're
us.
overweight, okay? I can only take 2 of you, 2.
Come on, help me. Come on. All right, sweetheart. It's okay. You're gonna be all right.
I got her.
I'm gonna be right back. Okay, Boozer, let's go. We gotta get on that
Hold
guy.
on.
We gotta get on that
I
ship.
heard what he said. There's only room for 2 on that chopper. Go. Go with her. I'll be okay. Look, I've been through worse shit than this before. You know?
There we go. Where are you going?
What?
Where?
Refugee camp, west of Three Finger Jack.
No.
Boozer is never gonna make it without me. I want this back.
Coming?
No.
Deke!
What did you do?
So the load times are still quite long. Maybe they could have improved that.
We lost him.
Can't be far.
Wait, hold on. Cut your engine.
Shit, she's alive. Alvarez. Alvarez, hey. Alvarez. What happened here? I mean, who did this? Was it Rippers?
Leon did this.
There we are, actual gameplay, oh my god. But I'm not controlling it yet. Now I'm controlling it. So the dual sense is being utilized. I got the adaptive triggers, which are quite strong actually. And yeah, FPS, I'm seeing a 59.3
No shit, he can't have much.
hertz on my display. I'm not quite sure if that's accurate, if that's the actual frame rate. Probably not. But at least we can say it's inside the VRR window, so probably helping there to maintain a stable 60 FPS. Since the game has official VRR support, which is quite nice. The original PS4 version was also patched to support 60 FPS on PS5 already, on base PS5 even. So you can play this game already in 60 FPS without buying this remaster. So let's hope the remaster has enough new stuff to justify upgrading for €10 or buying it full price. So far, I really enjoy the visual fidelity. It really looks very crisp, and it seems like the view distance was also improved. But yeah, it's just the intro sequence, not a lot of freedom to explore there.
Cover me, right behind you.
He went that way.
Come on.
Oh yeah, tutorials. Survival version.
Where the hell's he going? There isn't shit out of here but a...
Batman mode.
Well, maybe I was wrong about him having to deal with Copeland.
No, Leon's been fencing shit to Copeland for a long time. Finally caught up with him.
So, I don't know if we can save freely here. Ah, that looks good. I wonder if you can import the PS5 save game back to PS4. Probably not. But at least the game notifies you when you first launch it that there is a PS4 save in the cloud if you're a PS Plus member. And then you can download it quite easily. Use it and import it in the main menu. So maybe we can actually jump into the PS4 version and see how that holds up in comparison. There we are. Not sure if there's quick resume. If we can jump back into where we left off anyway on the PS5 version. But yeah, let's see how it looks. That's the PS4 version on PS5 Pro. So should be also in 60 FPS, but not quite as crisp probably. We may not look at all of the cutscenes in full length, but just to give you an idea how the game looked originally. The remaster is also on PC, as far as I know. With those Sony remasters, a lot of PlayStation games are coming for the first time to PC. Of course, we already have the PC version of Days Gone, or we have had that. But a lot of the accessibility options are also coming to the PC version. I'm not quite sure if you have to pay for the remaster on PC as well. I would imagine so. And if you can upgrade, that's probably a more difficult thing to do on PC. So maybe I will find that out during the stream. I wasn't not really prepared to get that code today, so I'm very thankful to Sony for providing us the game one day early. But yeah, I'm not really prepared, like I said. So let's just start a new game on PS4/PS5 Pro compatibility mode. Loading time seems about the same if it would start in a few seconds. Could be slightly longer on PS4 actually. But yeah, it took a while on PS5 Pro as well. Yeah, also have all of the options activated to enhance the PS4 games on PS5 Pro. And also to use VRR on non-compatible games. So yeah, it's probably even a bit better than the PS4 version in that respect as well.
How you doing, little sister?
So stupid. This little kid, this goddamn little kid.
Big goddamn knife.
Hey, help me.
But it doesn't seem to use VRR. At least my TV is telling me it's a fixed 60 Hertz output.
Come through. We gotta get to the roof. Flag down one of those choppers.
So that VRR support is actually something new.
What's wrong with her?
Well,
With
she's
Remaster?
not. Whatever the hell's going on out there, she's been stabbed.
I can't take it anymore.
But well, I couldn't tell a difference between the cutscenes actually of the remaster and the original game on PS5 Pro at least.
More hospitals. You got doctors. You got triage. You got.
Maybe I should have started the stream with this cutscene
Cheers for this. I mean,
and then reveal that it's actually the original version, not the remaster.
okay.
There will probably be a lot of side-by-side videos
Take two.
to pinpoint some differences, but so far I can't tell any difference.
Come on.
So maybe let's skip into gameplay if we can do that. We can't save, but can we skip? Yep.
Alright, sweetheart.
By pressing the touchpad, keeping it pressed. I haven't seen that before, that prompt. I also wonder if you get the DualSense haptics on PC with the remaster. Would be quite cool to have the adaptive triggers and the enhanced vibrations, rumble. There we are. So yeah, no adaptive triggers. Still looks like 60 FPS. And yeah, still a beautiful looking game. 6 years old, almost to the day.
No shit. He can't have much.
But you can see it's a little lower fidelity compared to the remaster, which looks a lot more crisp. And yeah, the view distance seems to have been improved. I also think there is less pop-in and more vegetation. At least that was my impression. Of course, we're playing here without HDR, so that may also add something, but the original game also had HDR, of course. My capture actually supports it, but I doubt it would look any good streaming it via Twitch and YouTube. Where did I stop? It was a bit later, right?
Son of a bitch!
Hit him.
Yeah, I think so. Bastard. Oh, hold up! He laid his bike down.
After the cutscene.
Where the hell's he going? There isn't shit out of here but a bunch of freaks.
Maybe I was wrong about him having to deal with Copeland.
No, Leon's been fencing shit to
So there we are.
time. Finally caught up with him.
Maybe we can do a kind of comparison shot somehow. Doing this live, of course. Quite difficult with one console. So maybe we save here as well. And let's try to swap back to the remaster. That was very white, sorry about that. And Yeah, it has to load again. But yeah, so far I'd say if you already own the game and haven't played it, go for it. But you can also upgrade it for €10 to the remaster, which is quite fair. I think if you buy it without upgrading, it shouldn't be too expensive either compared to other games. I think around the higher mid-price tier, like €55, I think I saw it, if I'm not mistaken. I will look it up later. So if I go now to import PlayStation 4 save data, I can even use the save game that I just created. That's cool. So you can do that at any time. So remember that PS4 shot on PS5 Pro? Now we're about to see how it looks in comparison to that on the remaster. Just about a minute once the game has finished loading. Loading times are still quite long, especially in the beginning where it's not really open world. Okay, we're back here. Oh. Looks like the skip takes even longer and there's a different prompt slightly.
Where the hell's he going? There isn't shit out of here but a bunch of freaks.
Well, maybe I was wrong about him having to deal with Copeland.
Oh, some shadow issues there popping in.
For a long time. Finally
But
caught up with him.
yeah, maybe I could even do a screenshot. Yeah, why not? Let's take a screenshot right here. And then let's head back to Days Gone. Does it have to load completely again? Oh, yeah. But it doesn't take too long. I think there's more foliage and yeah, way higher resolution definitely. And also check out the different modes in a bit maybe. But yeah, I guess we'll mostly be looking at loading screens on the stream. That is super long, so they definitely improved that initial load time to get into the menu. Then it just cuts out at half of the loading bar. Continue. May have to skip that cutscene again. Yeah, I've never finished the game. But it's definitely an interesting title that I still want to play through at some point. Maybe now with the remaster is the best point in time. Unless I wait for the next generation for the next remaster.
Cover me, right behind you.
He went that way.
Come on.
So there is an upgrade path on PC as well. You can buy or you will be able to buy the Broken Road DLC for €10 and get all of the enhancements of this remaster for PS5, which is quite cool. And yeah, it costs €50. It's not too much, but if you consider it's a 6-year-old game, it's not.
Shit out of here but a bunch of freaks.
Well, maybe I was wrong about him having to deal
It's not very cheap as well.
Leon's been fencing shit to Copeland for
But yeah, there's definitely a visual difference here. I can tell you that already. I got the 2 screenshots, so let's have a look at it at the library. It's not quite Digital Foundry, but we're getting there very slowly. How do you look at screenshots on this console? There we are. It's PS4. Why? Oh, okay, it's the shoulder buttons. PS4, and that's the remaster. Yeah, there's a big difference. They completely overhauled the lighting system, as you can see. Looks quite bland here, the lighting, and here you can definitely see a lot more shadows and light going through the trees or the stone wall there, sort of. And yeah, probably around the same amount of foliage, but very much more detailed. Can I zoom in? Not really. This wasn't made for comparisons. Maybe with the Share Factory studio, but yeah, we're not going into that. But yeah, definitely a different look. It's still a remaster, so the main character doesn't look completely different, like in Metal Gear Solid Delta, for example. Even though he has that stern look here. But yeah, character model seems more detailed as well as the clothes. But yeah, definitely the lighting system is a huge difference you see right away. Let's jump back into... actually, that's it. That concludes our comparison, our in-depth comparison. Now, let's jump back into the remaster and see how it performs. I can also load a later save game in a bit. But yeah, it's been a while since I played it, 6 years, so I would like to first know the gameplay mechanics again before I jump into the later save game. I'm very curious to see your opinion also in the comments and in the chat. If you plan to upgrade the game, either on PC or on PlayStation. Maybe for another run, or if you, like me, haven't completed the game yet. For some reason it looked very dark now on the menu screen, but I think we're good. At least the loading screen looks fine so far. While on the bike, okay. Drift while turning, you can slide through corners.
Where the hell's he going? There isn't shit.
Yeah, definitely feeling the vibrations already, the DualSense haptics.
About him having to deal with Copeland.
No, Leon's been fencing shit to Copeland for a long time. Finally caught up with him.
Hey, wait. Hold up.
Shit. Alright, let me see. Wait. Here. Down this way. Tracks are fresh. So where the hell did you learn to track shit anyway?
Used to go elk hunting with my old man when I was a kid.
Arthur Morgan
Tracking shit from
taught me.
Holy shit! Get down!
You okay, bro?
Oh, okay, that was it.
Yeah, it's just a graze.
Disappointing.
Son of a bitch can't aim worth a
It's
damn.
not an Uncharted.
Son of a bitch.
I'm
Otherwise,
fucking
we
boozer.
would have been there for 30 more minutes with 300 more enemies.
He must be heading down there toward the falls.
He's losing a lot of blood. He's not getting far. Come on.
These noises, these sounds sound familiar. I'm currently playing through The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, so quite familiar with that soundscape.
Way to go. It's slow. A lot of pain, but I suppose you'd know all about that.
She was still breathing when we found her, you piece of shit.
I wasn't gonna waste a bullet not on her.
Hold on for a second. Now, where's the stash, Leon? If you tell us, well, unlike you, I can promise you we'll make it quick. Don't look like you'd be suffering for too long. Leon, you got a little problem here. See, they can smell your blood from all the way down there. What do you suppose that feels like? Huh? Torn apart? Eaten alive?
Guess he's gonna find out.
Fuck you.
Goodbye, Leon.
No, wait. All right, no. I got it right here, take it.
Where?
In the cemetery, it's in the...
You goddamn...
Sorry about the audio issues, that was my bad.
Do it.
Tuck's gonna need something for the bounty. You did the right thing, bro. We don't want to leave anyone to the freaks. Not even a piece of shit like Leon.
Leon. Everybody hates Leon in this game. I really like the effects, the weather effects here. Even though, yeah, those plants go a little too crazy, maybe. But I don't remember that in the original. Let me change back. Now, maybe we will have a look at the end again. Don't want to put you through those loading times again. But yeah, we also have different modes, so maybe we can make use of that. Hopefully we don't have to reload the whole game again for each mode. Maybe once we hit a visual impressive spot.
Hey, hold up. I want to search this camp, see if I can't find something to fix up this scratch. Use this.
Bandage. Is it this one? I'm starting to remember why I didn't continue the game. If you compare that menu with The Last of Us, of course you can craft a lot more stuff here, but at least it seems like that. But yeah,
Just gotta put them together and yes.
I'm holding L1 while using the right stick, holding that, and then pressing R1 to craft. It's a bit much. And then R2 to use. And while that, the controller vibrates quite a lot. Maybe the DualSense rumble effects could be dialed down a bit. You can also usually do that yourself, either in the console menu or probably also here. A lot of accessibility options here, which is quite cool. Like high contrast mode, you can adjust the field of view, which you can't really do a lot of times on console. You can change the hero color, friendly NPC colors, enemy colors, subtitles. They're actually by default on small on the PS4 version, so that has been changed to medium. But you can also change that, of course. Not really sure. Maybe controller. Can even customize your controls. That's cool. It's probably also new, I would imagine. Sensitivity is pretty nice that you can change that as well. And yeah, you can change the vibration. You can change anything about the vibration on a 0.1 to 1.0 scale, which is interesting. You have the global vibration, bike feedback, bike engine, weapon, melee, explosion, player damage, collectible, horde, environmental, and that's already it. And can also change the adaptive trigger strength, which, yeah, I'm inclined to do. Maybe 0.7 is enough. And also, even the raindrops that are falling down, you can feel that with the controller, which is quite cool. But after a while, maybe it could get a little annoying, maybe. But yeah, as I said, you can change the, for example, only the environmental effects. I'm just going to change it to 0.8 for both. That's still quite a lot, actually. Maybe can dial down the environmental vibration to 0.5. Yeah, that's better. Also, I have to use it, of course.
There. Yeah, that ought to do it. Guess I won't be losing the arm anytime soon. Thought we were going hunting tonight. Take some bounties into Tucker.
Well, not if it's pissing down rain.
Nah, man, we need the camp credits. Gotta stock up on supplies.
Yeah, okay.
Can I listen to the enemy horde with R1? Oh, wrong game.
Jesus, I gotta get in shape.
Gonna see if there's anything we can salvage on Leon's bike.
No. God damn.
What?
Son of a bitch.
Guessing that's the fuel line, unless you just pissed
The
yourself.
fuel pump. Leon. Yeah, shot out my damn fuel pump. Can we get anything off Leon's bike?
Nah, it's done. Look, let's just go back to O'Leary Mountain. We'll head out in the morning, find some parts, and come back and get your bike.
No, I think I got a better idea. We just get it while we're out here.
What?
Well, Crazy Willie's isn't far from here. Let's just head over there.
What are you thinking?
We were going out hunting tonight anyway. Crazy Willie's is as good a place as any.
Okay. Hey, what did Leon give you?
Map of some kind. Once we get my bike back, let's head up to the cemetery, look around.
Yeah. Okay.
Still got that Silent Hill fog everywhere. I think it's a little bit distracting.
Get the drugs, take him to Tucker, collect on Leon's bounty. Then I say we head north.
You think shit's
A little bit much.
North? Don't matter, I think it'd do us good. Get the hell away from here.
Yeah, the bike is quite glued to the ground again, just like in the original. It really feels like an AI scripted sequence more than anything.
I saw a setup like this a couple days ago. A bunch of rippers blocked the road with an old truck.
Ah, those rippers.
Come on, help me move it.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready for what?
Push!
They didn't hear that? It took a while. R2? Brutal. Switch target, hold left stick and enemy's direction, press R2. Pro. Okay, I can play freely now. Relatively.
Got him! Come on. We're almost there.
Yeah, the rain really looks a little weird, so I don't know. Doesn't look convincing to me, but it's better than the GTA rain from the definitive edition. But at least they fixed that as well, so maybe they can also adjust that a bit.
Coming up on the old Nero checkpoint.
We're almost there.
Oh yeah, we're going to stay here a while, I think, or maybe later on.
Shit, how you want to do this?
Loan me your shotgun. I'll walk point.
Has it really been 6 years since my last save game? I remember fighting there.
Looks like that checkpoint had him backed up pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of good it did.
Shadow looks really crisp, really nice.
Yeah.
Shit, look at them all. Bunch of goddamn dumbasses, the lot of them. What are they thinking? Hey, Mr. Fed, can we sit here and wait till a goddamn horde comes through and just kills us all?
Bad way to go out, trapped in a shithole like this.
So let's actually have... okay, I didn't expect that. Swipe right or press R1 to view the map. Yeah, thanks for telling me that. I think you can even adjust how much you have to swipe. The accessibility options. Okay, thanks so much for that interruption. I actually wanted to change modes for once. So let's... Enhance looks to be quite close to performance, just taking the pisser out and enhancing the resolution a bit. So maybe let's try that. But that's performance mode now. Quite cool that you can change that on the fly without any loading times. Yeah, what has changed? Let me pull up the Hertz display that you can't see. Yeah, still 59 FPS. Yeah, probably won't change much there. But let me check before saying anything. Nope. I don't see a huge difference between the two modes. So performance mode looks a little softer, especially the shadows don't look quite as crisp as in the enhanced mode, I would say. Even though the resolution is lower, the pisser is doing its job, apparently. Looks quite good in the enhanced mode. So, but yeah, you really have to look for the differences with a magnifying glass. Like I'm sure some colleagues will do. So let's leave it to them probably. But yeah, my first impressions are that performance mode is quite close to the enhanced mode. Also performance mode targets around, I think 1440p on PS5. So that is also more quite less than on PS5 Pro with the 1800p. At least from what I've read beforehand. I also got the quality mode, of course, which has a very high resolution. And yeah, you can tell it's 30 FPS by moving the camera. It's still a 59 FPS according to my LG display, but yeah, it's 60 Hertz, but 30 FPS lock. Yeah. And yeah, still the shadows kind of fade out, get a little fuzzy there. Probably looking better on PC, I can imagine. So I wonder how the actual graphics settings stack up to the PC version. You will probably find that out as well from one of our colleagues. But yeah, I can see on a 4K 55-inch display, I can't really tell much of a difference between quality and the 60 FPS modes. So I would always go for 60 FPS, even though if there were any substantial visual differences. Yeah, I always end up in photo mode, sorry about that. Would be nice if in photo mode you could actually change the graphics mode as well on the fly. Yeah, it's a bit more crisp, but actually I can't tell much of a difference, especially in gameplay when not looking at each asset with a magnifying glass. You won't see a lot of difference unless you're very close to the screen or have a very big TV. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. But I think I'm being followed. So many cutscenes at the beginning of the game.
There. Come on, let's go.
Hey, hold up. How many Molotovs you got left back here?
Let's hit it on the way back. Leave it.
Yeah. Leave it my ass.
Son of a bitch. You're hoping someone's home. Sounds like you got your wish.
Sorry, I had to remove spam message in the chat. Yeah, melee combat still doesn't convince me. It doesn't control that great.
I think it's dead.
But I think once we get some guns,
You're gonna break my shotgun.
gunplay was pretty decent in the original.
Okay.
I want to see the big hordes. That's what the game is famous for, and maybe that they even expanded that in the remaster.
What are you
Interesting to see.
Goddamn refugee camp. You only act like this when you're thinking about going up there.
Act like what?
It's not your fault that she's dead.
Drop it.
If you'd gotten on that chopper with Sarah, all that would have changed is you'd be dead too.
Look, just drop it.
Could use some health here.
Damn alarm.
Yeah, take your time. No rush here. I can already hear them. Just put it out.
You're not getting your bike through there.
Try that service tunnel. See if you can clear us a path from the other side.
I got it. Just keep your headlight pointed that way.
You can't get off the bike and help me? That's so video gamey. Yeah, I'm not the fan of keeping the button pressed to pick up stuff. That's weird. Was it me? Didn't mean to do that. Actually wanted to craft something. Dead Space style. The camera speed is so slow, wow. So many options. Camera sensitivity, it's dialed up to 1. Yeah, that's better. Can I enhance the movement speed as well? Or what was that? You could have done that yourself, bike man? Oh, hell. Okay, camera speed is not very high. Maybe I should dial that down.
Hey! I didn't plan on this, goddammit!
I didn't bring a flashlight?
Shit, more freaks!
Let me just get that.
Another nest.
Oh. Yeah, I smell it. Oh.
How many Molotovs you got left?
Oh. You just used the last one.
You got any shit to make more?
Yeah.
This'll just take a sec. That'll do it. Ready?
Here they come.
It looks so weird.
Get on.
Yeah, okay, give me a sec.
Wow. Alright, thank you for helping, bike man.
I've been thinking about what you said, about riding north.
Just saying, you need to get away from here. Clear your head, you know?
In the morning, let's turn in the bounties, and we'll hit the road.
Hell yeah, brother. Now you're talking.
Wanted a freak show.
Shit.
Place is crawling. thinking, and I already know it's a bad idea.
You just ride on through. You pull as many of them off as you can. And I go in through the back, down that hill, find the garage.
Shit.
All right, you just give me a few minutes to find the part that I need. You ride back, we ride the hell out. After I kill a few of the bastards.
Swear to God, you got a death wish.
Like I said, not tonight.
Run, you stinking son of bitches! Come on! That's right! Here I am, motherfuckers! Old Bill's right here!
Alright, I guess we gotta get in there. Oh, okay, what a weird map system. I think it should be down there, okay. We can sneak our way past these. Undead.
Damn newts. Go on. Get out of here, you little shits.
I guess they already saw me. Use a bandage to heal up. Okay, they're gathering up there. Don't let me disturb you. Oh, more. Stealth attack. Kind of feels a bit like the evil within now. The second game. But yeah, the rain is really distracting for some reason. I don't think it fits to the visual fidelity of the game. Maybe it's for nostalgia reasons to have PS2 rain, since they also reinstated the classic PlayStation themes on PlayStation 5. They can, with the latest system software update, that you can set in place again as a design. Nobody's attacking me. That's really weird. Where do I have to go? I would prefer if I press the touchpad, I would see the map right away and not have to swipe in each direction. But I guess the swipe mechanic was very important to implement. Oh, let's go back. Can I put some spikes on that, like in The Last of Us? Don't remember. Get a safe combination. Then we can enter here. We got an attractor. Wow, that menu will annoy me at some point.
Deke! How's it going, brother? You ready?
Not yet. Still gotta find a way into Willie's garage. Gotta be a fuel pump inside.
Well, hurry your ass up. I rode past one of those, what the hell do you call them? The shit that Rippers put up.
Sigils.
Yeah. And it means they're up here somewhere.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about the distractor, but I'm actually just sneaking past everybody. I'm fine. That little chop.
More notes. God damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
How's that?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Where am I supposed to go? Oh, the fuel pump. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotta go through that. Something weird is going on with the light here. It's kind of flickering. Guess that's the auto adjust there. Maybe it's also my TV. I'm not sure what that was. What's going on? Can I read it or no? X.
Gotta be a fuel pump in here somewhere.
Pathfinding is kind of weird sometimes. Some scrap. Rack. Scene.
Finally.
Was it looking for kerosene? More rags. There we go.
Boozer, you there? I found the part. I'm heading out to the highway.
Deep pot.
Am I heading out?
Reapers! No,
Rip.
Rippers. Boozer? Boozman?
Boozman. Boozman out.
Hang on, Boozman. I'm coming. Oh, shit! Rippers.
Oh no. Buzengo.
These tats are dead symbols of a dead man. Dead symbols of the lost.
Get off me! Son of a bitches! Biker man!
You must be brought low, biker man. For you are lost, and we are found.
Fuck you! Ah! The path!
We will show you. You are not one of the found. You are the lost.
The path!
You are lost. Get low. Low.
So yeah, regarding the question in the YouTube chat, like I said, there isn't a huge difference between each graphics mode on PS5 Pro, but there's definitely a difference to the PS4 version, to the original. The lighting system looks quite different, and the environments look more detailed, more vibrant, better weather effects, I would say. And overall, just a very stable frame rate, which I don't remember the original had.
Get off me! Hey!
We can't really show that because we're playing on PS5 Pro and the original game already
Kill the Ripper ass!
has 60 FPS on PS5. So, but I do remember some huge frame rate dips on the original version. Barely survived that. So there's definitely a difference.
I'm gonna kill them all.
If it's huge enough to upgrade or buy the game again, that's for you to decide.
Let me help you up.
I got this.
No, you don't. Come on, get up.
Fucking rippers.
We gotta go, pal.
It's like they were waiting for me or something. Fuck.
I didn't see them, and then they were on me.
Okay. Ron, don't look at it. My goddamn arm.
I'm serious. Don't look at it.
God.
Don't look at it. Get on the bike. Go.
So we're playing here on the PS5 Pro Enhanced mode. That's the 60 FPS mode, targeting like 1500p about, with a PSSR or PSR. I will load up a later save game as well, and then we can swap again to the PS4 version and compare a bit, maybe. After this cutscene.
Thought we'd never make it.
Hey, why don't you wait out here? Let me make sure it's all clear.
Screw that.
I mean, it looks just fantastic, really. Especially the cutscenes.
Right, pretty much like we left it.
What? Not like there's much to steal. Just gonna reintroduce myself.
The new lighting system really looks superb.
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna go out.
I don't think it uses ray tracing, but do you need ray tracing in every game? Maybe.
I'll head over to
but it does look pretty
They got
decent.
sterile bandages and painkillers.
Don't leave my bike there.
I mean, some of the textures look a little bit dated here and there, but for the most part,
Hey,
looks really crisp, really nice.
in the footlocker by the door.
Thanks.
Hey, don't take my shotgun.
I think the audio should be back, sorry about that. Yeah, that's just my weird setup here, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm glad that it looks nice, even with the YouTube compression. And keep in mind, we're outputting in 2K, 1440p. But yeah, the capture is still 4K 60. And yeah, they're still going to add a 40 FPS mode, which I'm very much looking forward to. With a 120 Hz display, we can actually capture 120. So maybe we can actually do something with that. Even though 120 doesn't make much of a difference on YouTube, unfortunately, for now. Leaving missions. So let's load up a later save game. I still got from the PS4 version. If it wasn't overwritten yet, maybe that should be it. I imported a manual save game. Because you can also import the autosave, but I'm not sure if it gets overwritten if you start a new game. So yeah, that's later down the line, a few hours into the game. That's the enhanced mode. I can swap around modes again. That's performance, 1800p, 60 FPS. Not much of a difference. And quality mode, 30 FPS. I mean, it's super crisp then, but the difference between the enhanced / performance and then the quality mode isn't really huge to my eye. But yeah, the difference between the frame rates is staggering, of course, so I would always go for 60 FPS. Even maybe we can have a look at the pop-in and the vegetation details between the modes. So that's the 30 FPS quality mode. Really don't notice a lot of pop-in here. But yeah, the 30 FPS is quite distracting. No, I don't see any pop in at all, actually. Not even the trees. Really nice viewing distance here. But let's check with the performance mode. So you only get performance and quality on PS5 and the enhanced mode then also on PS5 Pro. Especially on the bike, there is still quite a bit of pop-in, we noticed earlier, but yeah. Oh. Hey. The reflections are kind of weird loading in there. In performance mode. Quite blurry. Probably not ray traced, right? Screen space reflections, I would assume, but at least they don't disappear when you go down with the camera. So usually that's how you can find out if it's ray traced or not. I'm not aware of any ray tracing in this version, but maybe there actually is. At least they don't disappear, like I said. Maybe let's check with the quality mode again. Yeah, I can see that the reflections could be at a higher resolution there, but the difference isn't quite big. Like if you play The Witcher 3 on PS5, there's a huge difference between the modes with ray tracing in terms of reflection quality. But yeah, not much of a difference between the two options here. Of course, if you zoom in, maybe there is quite a difference to notice, but with the naked eye, I don't see any reason to play this game in quality mode. Then there's also the enhanced mode, which I'm not quite certain if you really need that. Probably a compromise between both modes. Which looks also very nice. So yeah, each of the modes look pretty decent and run very stable. So I would probably go for the enhanced mode on PS5 Pro, but don't see a huge difference to performance mode. Of course, on base PS5, the resolution targets are also in all modes are a little lower, so you don't get the 1800p, just the 1400p. Target on performance mode, and you don't get the enhanced mode. So yeah, on PS5 Pro you have too many modes. They should just offer, and it's also the default mode, so you don't really need to get into it, the enhanced mode. And on base PS5 I would choose the performance mode. If it runs equally stable like on PS5 Pro, I would pick that one. I don't see any reason for the quality mode, which looks a little bit more crisp, but already in performance mode and enhanced, it looks very decent. So let's compare that with the original version for one last time. Let's enjoy the loading screens again. So yeah, like I said, it's 50 euro on the PlayStation Store. You can upgrade for 10 euro or your regional equivalent, and for the same price you can get the DLC on PC and get all of the enhancements. So it's a very fair upgrade path there on both systems. And yeah, especially the lighting system, the overhaul makes a huge difference in atmosphere. Don't see a lot of improvements in terms of loading times. Let's load. this one probably. Yeah, maybe they have shortened the loading times a bit, especially the loading time into the main menu. They've shortened that quite a bit. But on PS4, the game was already nice looking, especially with the PS5 backwards compatibility, as the game runs in 60 FPS by default. But yeah, you can see it's much more flat looking, even without HDR, which also adds a lot more vibrant colors. Yeah, the reflections are going mad as well here. But yeah, look at that. Ay. They definitely changed that. That doesn't happen in the remaster. That looks really weird. But still a beautiful looking game. If you don't have a PS5 yet, go play it on PS4, I suppose. Even though, yeah, the frame rate, like I said, has much been improved with the remaster and also with the PS5 backwards compatibility. I do think there is more vegetation, at least that's my impression, in the remaster, quite substantially actually. If you look at that, it looks like a barren wasteland, and you have nature sprawling in the remaster. And the lighting system, like I said, it's a night and day difference, much more than the one they added in Rebirth with the PC version, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that is. So yeah, I think definitely visually a big step forward.
Just a sec.
Even though the different modes don't really have that much of a difference between them. So just go for the 60 FPS mode that you have available on your system, on your PlayStation. And yeah, enjoy Days Gone again or further. I will definitely play it a little bit more with my old save game. Quite cool that you can just simply import your PS4 save game like that from the cloud. If you're not a PS Plus member, probably more difficult to get it in there, if not impossible, since I don't think you can use USB anymore for save games. At least not for the PS5 save games. Maybe for PS4 save games, not sure about that. But yeah, it looks pretty promising. I also like the adaptive triggers that they're using from the get-go. And yeah, there are probably more differences that you can spot down the line. But yeah, that's our main comparison so far. Very early into the game. Like I said, I didn't expect to get the game that early. So maybe we've missed some stuff. Sorry about that then. Wait for the DF video then for the zooms and the comparisons of both versions, also with the PC version in mind. And yeah, you can get it from tomorrow for €50 or €10 for the upgrade, like I said. It also includes ambient inclusion effects, for example. Double the resolution of the shadows. And yeah, completely overhauled lighting system, like I said. If you get the Broken Road DLC on PC, you get the enhancements. And yeah, there's also a permadeath mode now. And a horde attack mode. Speedrun mode as well. And the photo mode was enhanced with new options there. If you have the game via the PS Plus collection, I'm sorry to tell you, you have to pay €50. You can't upgrade that version, unfortunately. But yeah, you can probably get the game quite cheap on PS4, if you have a disc drive, that is, and then upgrade it for €10 or your regional equivalent, which is very fair, I would say. So thanks to Sony Interactive Entertainment for providing us with the game. And thank you for tuning in. See you next time.